Okay, it is 2 o'clock at this time. Hopefully... Okay, yep, okay, it's coming through. Broadcasting is commencing. This is Kerbal Space Program. I'm live. I'm just going to narrate exactly what I'm doing. I'm moving the cursor to the right. Now I'm cursing to the left. Whatever. Mostly this is a test to see what I can do with a live streaming format. But really it's just an excuse to play Kerbal Space Program. Okay. I have a few different files. The top one is one that I've reached ELU with. The middle one is sort of sandbox, and the bottom one is one that was essentially a failed space agency. For some reason I named these two after characters from Star Wars. Whatever. There is a reason for that, but it's a little weird. So what I'm gonna do in this little live streamy thingy is I have a spaceship right here. That's not it. It is the one Moon landing dobble. There's another really good there's a YouTube personality named Kurt J. Mack, and he did a really good series of Kerbal Space Program. He quit playing through it, though. He stopped doing it because he's like, I've done everything, there's nothing else to do. He was my go-to guy for a while, and of course Scott Manley is another good Kerbal Space Program guru. I think he's actually a physicist too. I don't know. I'm not as familiar with him as I am with Kurt. But anyway, Eldon Kerman and Hadtree Kerman here. Hadtree Kerman has quite a lot of experience. Eldon has none experience. And their goal is to reach the moon because... Where's the moon? There's the moon. Their goal... Reach the moon, if I can select the moon. Hello, moon. Trying to... Why can't I select the moon? Anyway, there's the Quastar Moonbox 1. It's a space station. And it is currently... Let's switch to it so we can see what it is and why I want these guys to get there. It is a pretty good space station, but there are some flaws with it. First flaw, these two things have no power. They have about 50 units of electricity, so they might be able to get home if you just really gunned it really well. Other problem, this thing has no fuel whatsoever, including the major escape pod. There's 4 Kerbals on this space station, and they cannot get home because none of the escape pods are trustworthy. They could try these ones, but even firing this, there's just no fuel. They can't use their ion thruster because they don't have enough electrical power. And they don't have any fuel, so they can't use this one. So the goal, my goal, with the Kerbin, focus view. Okay, now I'm focused on the moon. Oh yeah, the one Moon landing double is to dock with that space station, and hopefully allow them to land on the moon and also provide some fuel so that they can come home. And this thing, it's sort of hidden in there behind the radiators. This is the Convertotron 125, and they can convert ore, which is held in here. They can drill on the moon, collect it in this, and then convert it into fuel so that they can have a fuel supply. And then hopefully they'll be able to do routine landings on the moon and just have a virtually unlimited supply of fuel. But let's see how that turns out. I am about to do a maneuver. Don't know how much I need to fire though. So I'm gonna move this thing to the node. Oh, geez. Okay, it is 2 minutes. Did I miss the node? What's going on here? It says plus 1 year? That makes no sense, because the node is right there. Maybe I need to move it. I can't adjust it. Alright, forget that. Let's make a new node. That's weird, yeah, it was Oh, I think I know what happened. The maneuver was there for a while, and there we go. I had another mission that went to Jewel, and I think I forgot about this mission. Alright, let's see, can I focus? Why can't I focus on the moon? I want to focus on the moon. It's not letting me let go. Controls. Well, it's gonna reach the moon. I wonder if I can just adjust it blindly. Trying to get as close as possible. $253. Nope. $297. Close enough. It's not just close, it's close enough. Okay, 37 seconds of burning, which means I will have to start when the node in T minus says whatever 36 divided by 2 is. That's 18 and a half. Oh, wait, gotta get it so it's aimed at the right. Really bothered that I can't focus on the moon. Okay. 37. Whoop, 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 whoop. 27, 26, 25, 4, 23, 22, 21, 19. I have 41 seconds of fuel in this stage. This is a mod up here. This is a mod called Kerbal Engineer, and it gives readouts. So instead of popping out to this to look at the apoapsis height, it just says what the apoapsis height is. And it also tells me exactly how much time I can fire my engine before I run out of fuel. Which is something that I just really needed when I was playing this game. And cut. Let's adjust this. Slowly, Still wishing I could focus on the moon. Periapsis. Oh, excellent. Okay. It's jittering back and forth, so we're either going to miss the moon completely, or we're gonna rendezvous with it. I guess we'll find out. We still have a little extra fuel that'll help me get into orbit around the moon, but most of that work will be up here with this stage. Probably. Oh, the ship is under acceleration, eh? What? What is accelerating it? Oh, is it doing that? No, it's not doing that. There we go. Okay, it looks like we are definitely going to rendezvous with the moon. Bwap! Okay. Get to orbit. I have enough fuel to do that, which is good. Let's try to get it round. Actually, ideally, this thing's exactly 96 by 95, so let's get it really low. Not 80, but 90. Let's get it to the same periapsis. 96. 90. Oh, wow. Exactly 90,000. I'm gonna see if I can get exactly 90,000, which is unheard of. Orient that so we can get a little bit of a better... Of course, I'm pointing away from the sun now, so that's not going to help me much. But the electric charge is still decent. Okay. No, I don't want to warp there. Let's warp to next maneuver. So I will have to start burning when the node is 4, because my estimated burn is 8. Oh, that means right now. And I think I will run out of fuel at just the right time. Oh, I still have a little bit of fuel left. How much? Oh, so little. How much does this stage have? 0.93 and 1 unit of oxidizer. Well, I guess I can use that tiny bit of fuel to my advantage. So I'll need to adjust the node, the descending node. Point 3, 3.9, 0.2, 0.2. Can I get a not 0.2? Can I get a 0? 0.1. Going once, going twice. Sold! Okay. Swab. 1 second of fuel. I am not showing any. I have 2 meters per second. I need 45. So obviously this won't. Most of it will be from the second stage. Okay. There's a nice look at the moon there. Let's start now. Yep, already out of fuel. Alright, decouple. Activate that engine. Try to get it exactly where it was promised. Okay. That's point 1, close enough. Okay. Now that we're in orbit around the moon, I'm going to try and rendezvous with this thing. Best way to do that, I believe, would be start the periapsis. No, that's not a good way. It's probably best if we do it where we intersect. There we go. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Four. That's good. 400 meters. It's definitely good. So that's what we'll do. Warp to next maneuver. 5 seconds, so we'll have plenty of fuel to give to the space station. Five seconds. We have a minute of fuel, and we only need 85 meters per second. So that's... In fact, we could do it half speed, half throttle. Oh, no, wrong way. Back it up. Okay, 3 meters. 300 meters, not 3 meters. That would be... Oh, and we're gonna get really low. We're not gonna run into the moon. We're far too high for that, but we will get pretty low. Why is the periapsis jumping around like that? Alright, friends. Let's visit the far side of the moon. It's a new moon on Kerbin. Since we're this low, we might be able to get some science out of this. Crew report. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I've landed on the moon so many times that it probably won't garner any more science than I already have. But there are some biomes I haven't visited. Yeah, Kerbal Space Program is complicated. It requires a lot of patience. And it has a pretty steep learning curve, because something I still struggle with is fuel. Most of my ships run out of fuel before I can even do anything with them. Or I get to where I need to go and then I run out of fuel and I need to send a refueling mission. It's a lot of planning ahead and thinking about everything. It's easy to build a really cool rocket but then forget to put parachutes or solar panels on it. I've been playing Kerbal Space Program for a long time, a few years. and I'm still constantly learning new things. I'm going to use RCS now. Also, Kerbal Space Program is a really good educational tool because a lot of this stuff, RCS, that's a real thing in real rockets. It stands for Reaction Control System. And if you look at like the lunar lander, the lunar module, or the LEM, they have these little RCS engines on it. So I mean, this is real stuff. It's obviously it's not. You can't translate Kerbal Space Program into actual NASA stuff. But the whole thing with orbits, and you can't just go straight from the Earth to the Moon. You have to sort of loop it. That's all real scientific stuff. And I really like that they made Kerbin's moon tidally locked, like our moon is. I am of the opinion that Kerbal Space Program is one of the best space games ever. If you want to know what it's like to stand on another world, Kerbal Space Program is the best game that can give you that. And partially because it feels like you earned it when you actually reach the Mars analog or the Jupiter analog. It really gives a sense of realism. And of course the next best thing, oh no, the first best thing is looking at pictures from NASA. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Oh, I ran into the space station. Thought it was farther away. I wonder if there's actually... I might have to undock this useless thing. Yeah, I'm gonna... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop, sort of put it into a parking thing. Switch to this and decouple this malarkey. Undock. You, my friend, are useless, and I don't like you. Yeah, and also it has no pilot, so it can't do anything. Okay. Let's switch to the thing that actually helps, or is going to help. Docking. Docking. Oh, come on. Hey, there we go. Okay. Now I need to figure out the next step. um, obviously this thing can stay here, because that's the whole point of it, is to stay there. I want to see if I can land on the moon with this lander that I have. I don't need this much RCS fuel, so I'm going to transfer it into the station's RCS reserve. Or some of it. I'll transfer half of it in there. Oh no! No, 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 stop, stop, go away. Don't want you, don't want you. There we go. No! Okay. That one's empty. In. Let's just have, yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Now, how many Kerbals are there? There's 2 in here. Who would like to land on the moon? I'll probably get a scientist to land on the moon. Transfer crew, let's put them... I'll need a pilot. Pretty sure... Who's in here? This is Eldon. Is Eldon a pilot? Eldon is a pilot. I need... Let's put a scientist on there. Scientist who's never landed on the moon or anything. Okay, Jenger Kerman. He is in the cupola. Put him in there. Let's transfer someone into the cupola so that they can have some time to... Jedsky has a story. He was stranded on Eve, which is the Venus analog. Here's Eve. It is utterly inhospitable. He was stuck on there, and I managed to get him back, which is quite a feat, actually, because Eve is more gravity than Kerbin, and has a higher atmosphere. The atmosphere is really thick, so it's really hard to get rockets out. So I got him into orbit, sent a rescue thing, and then brought him back. There's another guy who was stranded on Lathe, and Lathe is a moon of the Jupiter analog. There's Lathe. It's sort of like Europa. He was up here. Hadtree. So Hadtree Kerman. That's why Hadtree Kerman has 4 stars, because he was on Lathe. There's currently a mission out here in the near the orbit of Tylo. Where'd they go? Uh-oh, that's not a good sign. Never mind. Let's just focus on the task at hand. Okay. Let's land on the moon. That looks like a good place. Eldon crater. Geez, everyone here has already landed on the moon. Eldon landed on the moon. Looks like Bob landed on the moon. I have not landed on the Highlands. Oh, I haven't landed here. Should land there. Yeah, I landed... Highlands. I don't know. We'll see. Let's just land somewhere. There should be enough fuel. Oh yeah, there's plenty of fuel. More than enough fuel. Okay, well, let's quick save. I'll undock. Doop. And Eldon, you are returning to the moon. Jenger, you are going to join in on the fun. So it says that I have a little less than 100%. It's because that little space there, inside is a little bit more fuel. So I may have used up that. Okay, let's go to the Appomattox, and we'll just land an Eldon crater again. Oh, whatever. This isn't gonna be. We're just trying to land on the moon. We're not trying to go anywhere special. All right, ready, Freddies? If I was feeling particularly daring, I could try to land right where he used to be, but I think I want to get a different part of the crater. This will be a little challenging. You can add targeting computers or node module contraption targeting computers, and like I would have a menu by the nav ball, and I could focus on the retrograde node. But of course Eldon is not a super crazy great pilot, so he can't do that yet. But it's not impossible. Altitude is... okay. Should have enough power. Now hopefully we don't land on a weird slope or something. We should definitely have enough fuel to return to the space station. There's where Eldon landed before. There are 7,000 meters above the moon. Oh. Wonder if this will actually reach the oh yeah, that'll reach the surface. $6,000. Don't want to waste too much fuel. Let's accelerate just a little bit. Welcome to the stream. The view count went from 2 to 3. Things are going pretty well. About to land on the moon. And hopefully not run out of fuel like I do every time I land on the moon. It's harder to land on the moon than to lift off, so that should be plenty of fuel. I think the escape velocity from the moon is 800 meters per second, so I should have enough to at least get into orbit once I land. I want to get this surface speed pretty low so I don't crash. Anything into single digits I think would be fine for me. Meters above the surface. Okay, let's... Ah! Didn't want to do that. Might have wasted a little fuel that way. Oh, don't want to do that. Okay. Like a glove. There we go. Hey, alright. Let's start drilling. Yeah, I'm planning to... This is more or less a testing stream, so at some point I want to stream Creation Kit. I'm seeing what I can do and what the quality is like. Hopefully I'll be able to stream Creation Kit and show me actually modding Skyrim. And at some point also streaming Skyrim, but with Skyrim I wouldn't want to record episodes of Relics of Hyrule the series. I would rather record something else like Worm's Tooth or something like that. Something that's unrelated to Relics of Hyrule. Alright, let's plant a clag. I mean, plant a clag, yeah. Boop. There we go. Jinger Zone. There we go. Majora's Mask and Relics of Hyrule. What it's for is an interesting question. It doesn't really add it's a piece of armor. It can be enchanted. It can be reformed into Majora's Mask Unbound, which allows you to cast a lot of powerful spells, including one that's similar to the Wabbajack. Take a sample. Now we can get a little bit of science out of that. More Wittejal, I have said several times, I think, to several people, but More Wittejal is my favorite. More Wittejal is my favorite dungeon that I've ever made in Relics of Hyrule. It just turned out amazingly well, and Majora's Priest is my favorite. Well, actually, it's one of my favorite bosses. I think the Silver Centurion is really my favorite boss, because it was the first one, but Majora's Priest turned out so well, and I was really happy with myself that I could make it wear Majora's Mask. Eldon Kerman, you deserve to visit the moon again. So let's have you fly around. Wee. Doop. No, I don't want to plant another flag. I've actually, something I plan to do, I want to make the Silver Centurion scarier. I'm redesigning Keto Langdonzell just a little bit, and I want the Silver Centurion to be something to be. I mean, it is dangerous. It can wallop you in one hit if you're not careful, but I want to lock the player in, because right now you can hide and shoot at it from behind the door. So what I want to do is I want it so that, like Majora's Priest locks you into its arena, so you can't escape until you defeat it. And I want the Silver Centurion to do the same thing, because the arena is big enough that you can run from the Centurion, but I don't want people to hide and shoot at it with arrows. That doesn't seem... Oh no! There's not enough resources. Bah. I can't mine here because there's not enough ore. Well, so much for that one. Oh yeah, the Mirror Shield boss. It'll be a long while. It'll be a few months before 6.5 is finished. But I will be doing that. Well, I guess this thing's gonna go back up to the space station up here. So we'll wait till it swings back around. Now let's see if I can do this. Okay, quick save. Because if I fail miserably, I don't want these two strapping young astronauts to lose their lives. Speaking of the Martian, I think I read somewhere that the guy who wrote The Martian is working on another book that's set on the moon with a female protagonist. I don't know whether it'll be like The Martian, where she gets stranded on the moon and she has to survive, which would be impossible, because the moon is completely lifeless. Mars has some stuff that you can work with, but the moon is just barren. So that will be interesting to see what he does with that. I have 400 meters per second left. But I still have RCS. I have tons of RCS, and by tons I mean enough that I could probably, if this runs out of fuel, I could probably use RCS to reach the space station. Now, of course, I realized a problem. Still don't have fuel for the space station. I might just send a rocket that's nothing but fuel. Oh, poopy butt. Okay, it overshot. Oh, I'm out of fuel. I knew this would happen. So I have actually been uploading Relics of Hyrule, the series, every other day. So there won't be a Relics of Hyrule, the series episode today, but there will be one tomorrow. I've been uploading something every day, but I haven't been uploading Relics of Hyrule, the series, every other day. I've had a lot of time off this month from work, so I've been able to work on the series a lot more than I will be able to in the future. So October, we probably won't see Relics of Hyrule, the series, every day. It's more likely that in October it'll start being weekly or bi-weekly. If push comes to shove, what I might do with these guys is... Oh wait, now I can do this. 3.6. It's 3.2. What's funny about Relics of Hyrule, the series, is that I have 22 episodes recorded. I uploaded, I think, episode 8 most recently. Oh geez, it says 40-minute burn. I don't think I have that much fuel. Uh-oh. What I might do... I might try to get them into orbit. Even if it's just a very small orbit. And then they can use their EVA propellant to... So, Actic, I think I'm going to pronounce that name. If you've been to the Ruptured Towers, That's the next place. Yeah, the Ruptured Towers. Okay, the Ruptured Towers is the end game of Relics of Hyrule. It's what everything leads to. But you can't open Ganon's tomb until you've completed the Ruptured Towers. There's... Solstheim is where Itnumzand is, and you need to complete Itnumzand in order to reach the Ruptured Towers. The Ruptured Towers are not in Skyrim. They're accessed once you've... yeah, they're accessed from the Shattered Lands. So you have to complete Morwitterjal, Itnumzand, and Kino Langdonzel in order to reach the Shattered Lands, and then you need the Key of Twilight to open the Mirror of Twilight in order to reach the Ruptured Towers, which is another process. Oh wait. This is a gross underestimation. I have not been burning for 20 minutes. So I think I'll actually be able to get these guys docking with the space station. So I have about 200 seconds of monopropellant left. This is not a... Okay, seems to be going down 2 meters per second every second. Or no, it's 1 meter per second every second. About 1.5. So I have plenty of fuel left to actually reach these guys, the space station. Wow. But I didn't want to sacrifice this thing, because the other option would have been to ditch the lander and have them fly to the space station using their EVA propellant. The link between worlds, so once you have the Song of Time, you've opened the gate to the link between worlds, it does lead somewhere good. I like to think that it's great. It's not... It leads somewhere really important. It's mostly lore. It's mostly to establish what happened to Hyrule. And there is an important part of something... Actually, no, yeah, it's pretty important, the link between worlds. So once you've opened the ancient gate using the Song of Time, then it leads somewhere really important. And you need, in order to get to Ruptured Towers, you have to open the link between worlds. So it is very important, but there's also a part of it that's, even if you can't reach the Ruptured Towers, it's still important for the story, and it also gives you a very important item. I'm really happy with how the cemetery turned out. I actually have a spreadsheet with all of the gravestones and which ones have text, the ones that you can read, because in order to keep everything straight, I needed to make that spreadsheet. So at some point, I'll update the wiki with all of the Easter eggs that are in the cemetery. And yeah, there are levers that you open after you complete each dungeon, so you can only open one lever. If you've completed Kino Langdonzel, there's a gate that you can open if you have the key from Kino Langdonzel, and that's what locks you into That's what forces you to complete all 3 major dungeons. And you can actually use the Link Between Worlds as a fast travel system because it connects Morwittersdal, Itnumzand, and Kina Lingdenzel. You can use it to travel from Solstheim to Falkreath really quickly. Okay, this is a lopsided orbit, but... Oh, wait a second. Wait. Okay. I don't know if I have enough RCS fuel, but I am close to the space station. So I'm going to do a last ditch. It's in orbit, so it's not going to crash, so I'll be able to rescue it at some point. But I'm going to slow it down a little and then have them get out and then go back to the space station. So the lander will be orbiting the moon for a little bit. Alright, Eldon, you're first. Take the sample. Is that the... That's the space station, okay. Something I really like about the recent update to Kerbal Space Program is the fact that when you're on EVA you have the nav ball now. That was really... It's really helpful. Try to get this guy where he needs to go. I think what I'll do is pop this guy out too. I have a mod called Chatterer, so that breathing that you can hear, that's by Chatterer. It adds extra, yeah, there was a, the communication, that sort of staticky communication, that came from this mod Chatterer, and then, there will be beeping every so often when they communicate. It just adds a little bit of extra immersion, so that it feels like you're actually a space program. Where's the other guy? Oh, there he is. Hey, Eldon. I'm gonna go over to him. Or maybe I should, yeah, I'm just have them separate. I don't wanna reenact gravity. Okay. As long as I keep an eye on where he is. We are getting closer together. I live in America. United States of America, that's where I'm from. Yeah. Red, white, and blue pancakes, huh? What do they taste like? America? Yeah, I'm from Ohio. So it's sort of East Coast. No, it's not actually East Coast at all, but we have a lake. Oh no! The moon box is right here. Slow down. Jinger. Once in a while my dry wit will come out. And it's best not to try to force it. Oh, I think Eldon... Oh no, Eldon was fine. He's fine. Nope, wrong way. There it is. Moonbox. Oh, that's the Moonbox ship. I don't want that. Ain't nobody got time for that. What is that? Oh, it's that rejected, Oh, wait. Oh, good. I thought I... Oh, why is he in the T pose? He's in the... He's just flying through the air. Here's what I'm gonna do with this thing. I'm gonna plummet into... It's gonna fall into the moon. Eldon, what is your malfunction? Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, I'm going to... Since he's a pilot... Okay. Boom. Okay. I'm gonna deorbit this thing, which will be quite a show. What? Oh, it would help if I activated the engine. Boop. These things are really cool. I really like these ion engines. Problem is, you need way more electric charge than I had. I tried to deorbit it, and it just failed miserably. You'll notice the apoapsis is 113. It used to be 96, so you can tell why these things are not being used. And also, I went the wrong way. Where is it? That's the box I want. Slow down. Little noises I make when I'm trying to A, commentate, and B, get a Kerbal docking with a space station. Bap, bap, bap. Okay. No, 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 no. Don't fly away. There we go. Space station just dipped into the nighttime. So, now that we've successfully docked with the space station, I suppose something I could do is bring home some Kerbals, since that's the whole point of giving... Oh wait, no, I don't have fuel. I can't do that. Oh wait, no, I have monopropellant. I could get this behemoth home. But I don't think I have enough monopropellant. So I could launch another rocket and dock with this thing again. Or I could try to get home with the RCS from this chunky thing. I don't know if I have enough. I don't think the RCS will be enough to get it home. It might be able to get it into orbit around Kerbin, but probably not get it home. However, I do have a space station orbiting Minmus. I think. Do I? Where the heck is it? Oh, I know it when it happened. There we go. This is why I couldn't see the one around Jewel. That is not what I had in mind. Let's see, what's going on with this one? I will admit, yeah, that's why I'm testing it. My computer is not super crazy amazing, and YouTube's streaming service is not super crazy amazing. Yeah, it was working pretty well. I was surprised that it It was cutting out a little at the beginning. Yeah, I could use Twitch. I might look into what the deal is. But yeah, I'm doing my best to make things happen. I don't know. I have never, this is the third time I've ever tried live streaming. So I don't know the deal. Okay, this is another space station. It's orbiting the other moon. The little scoop of ice cream known as Minmus. It has the same craptacular, totally useless RCS, no RCS at all, escape pods. So it's in the same predicament as the other space station. It's also the only one with a female Kerbal on it. So this one's not going to come home anytime soon because it needs fuel also. But what I can do is I can free up some space by undocking these things. I wonder if I can get this one to plummet. Yes. Oh, I keep forgetting to activate the engine. There we go. Sort of. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to deorbit these things. So the story behind oh, I can't transfer crew from one capsule into the same capsule. So the story behind the reason why my YouTube name is different from my Nexus name is the Nexus name, that's a little more complicated. Morley Q was an alternate channel. My main channel was actually Dr. Randomness, and it was my friends and my brother and I made stupid, silly videos. with Star Wars toys, which is why everything's Qui-Star. So it's sort of a carryover from these silly Star Wars movies that we made. Yeah, that's a good point, Jesse. It's not the same site. Morley Q came first. And then J. Calenad was my name on the Nexus, and then I was just putting stuff on Morley Q because I didn't want it on my main channel. But then Relics of Hyrule blew up, and since everything was on Morley Q, it just so happened to stick that way. And because of Randomness Productions, I don't want to change the channel name to J. Calenad. So it's a weird, complicated lockstep. Morley Q was a joke credit that we would have in the credits. It would be Morley Q as the Yttrium Man. And of course Morley Q didn't exist. He was not a real person. And the character of the Yttrium Man never appeared in the movie. So, yeah. It's a weird, complicated story. And then J. Calenad, the name J. Calenad, I used to write, science fiction stories. And there was a character named Jivan Calenad, and he was the head of a company that made androids. And so I just randomly chose that name as a online thing for different things like Spore and things like that. I mean, Dr. Randomness is still up. If you search for, I think I linked to it in Morley Q, in the main channel of Morley Q. If you search for Randomness Productions or episode .45, that's Dr. Randomness. That's Randomness Productions. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys, since there's a whole 5 of you watching apparently, according to the count that I have, what do you want to see me do next? Do you want me to do, you want me to send a refueling mission to the moon? Or do you want me to send a refueling mission to the moon? The other moon? Minmus? Do you want me to do something completely different? Like, do you want me to switch from Kerbal Space Program to, I don't know, Minecraft or something? Or do you want me to just stop the stream and I don't know, not blow up? Fair enough. Yeah, I've been trying to. I do want to bring some Kerbals home, especially since I think that's what I'll do. I'll make a refueling mission, and hopefully, and not do anything silly. Yeah, I'll probably send one to the moon. I have enough. Because here's the problem. I have no Kerbals. I could hire some, but that costs money. Every single Kerbal is currently in a thing. Mostly space stations. These guys are... I think this guy's in a... Where are the ones who are in the orbiting Jewel? What happened to the ones orbiting Jewel? I'm worried about the ones orbiting Jewel. I have to check on them. Because I was worried that they might have ran into a moon of Jewel. Where are they? Did I lose them? Did they even ever get here? That's strange. They disappeared. Huh. And don't smooch them it either. Donations. Yeah, there's every so often somebody will ask about donations. I've been thinking about setting up a donation doodly biddle thingy on Nexus. It's not like I'm selling Relics of Hyrule. If I was selling it, that would not be Oki kosher because it's Nintendo content, and that's also why I don't want it on consoles, because it's technically Nintendo content. Oh, stupid buffering. Yeah, the stream was buffering. Yeah, so I'll think about it. I have been thinking about setting up a donation button. I don't know what I would use the money for. I don't know, getting better equipment, I don't know. I would try to funnel it into Relics of Hyrule somehow. Like saving up for a screamer of a computer, I don't know. Alright, I'm going to repurpose, since the landing dobble was so successful, I'm going to repurpose it and tear out all of the stuff that allows it to land on the moon. Don't need this malarkey. Replace that. So this is, I'm proud of this. This is that extra fuel. So I have it hidden right there. There's a little bit of extra fuel. I do have a job that allows me to eat and pay for gas. It doesn't pay super crazy well though, so maybe having a little extra wouldn't hurt. Let's do this. This thing, these C7 brand adapters, I like these. That's all I had to say about that. Oh, yeah, good enough. Actually, give it a little character. Okay, I think this should be fine. I know that all of this can get to the moon, and with this extra fuel up here, it should be able to dock. See you later, Actic. I don't know how long I'll be streaming. Probably not super crazy long. Because I have other things that I'm gonna do today. Oh no! I just duplicated the entire rocket. Okay, this should be fine. I will name this the One Quai Star Fuel Thingy 2000. And I don't have any crew to put in there, so whatever. Delta V, State 0. 3000 Delta V in Stage 0, which is this upper part here. So that is plenty of fuel. I sort of want to add more RCS, so I will. Let me... uh-oh. Kerbal Space Program. Can I please... I can't duplicate this thing, so that does not bode well. Okay, staging seems to be fine. Save. I'll keep the Great Flag. What I wish Kerbal Space Program had was decals, so you could put the flag wherever you wanted. Currently there's only a few items that can have the flag, like the command pods and this huge monster of a tank. Those can have the flag, but it'd be cool to be able to paste the flag where you wanted to. But Kerbal Space Program is constantly being updated, so they might add that at some point. Something else I want from Kerbal Space Program, because I have a bachelor's degree in geology, I want to see the samples that Kerbal's got from the moon. Because I'm a huge nerd. Alright. I think, yeah, the stream will be buffering now because Kerbal Space Program is loading. There we go. Okay. Right. I am going to get this thing into orbit, and then ultimately get it to the moon, and then I'll bring some Kerbals home. It's moving at the rate of 1 mile every 5 weeks. Here's a fun bit of trivia. I think it's fun. The reason why, say, the Saturn V, the reason why it had these black bands on it, is in order to get into orbit, part of what they did was a roll program. They would turn the rocket so that could go into 45 degrees. And things like that, you know, turning the rocket, spinning the rocket, and they painted it black, painted those black stripes on it so that they could tell when it was turning, because the Saturn V was almost perfectly cylindrical, or it was round, it was perfectly round, so it was hard to tell when it was turning or spinning unless you put some of those on there. You're welcome. I work in a science museum. That's my day job, so it's sort of my job to know random trivia like that. And 100. Okay, we have 20 seconds of fuel left in this stage. How much do I need to get into the orbit? 34 seconds, so I do not have enough in this stage for this stage. Remember, blister wart can be used to make fortify smithing potions. So if you encounter that in the forest, that's helpful. Right. Thirty-four divided by 2 is a number. Oh, the stream is frozen? I can't do it. 17. That's the number I was looking for. Yeah, clearly YouTube is not the most amazing streaming system. Oh no! What am I gonna do? Good thing I have another engine. This one won't wobble as much. Yay. Okay. I know Twitch has its own problems, but okay, let's go to the moon. That's where we're gonna go. Going to the moon. Probably. I mean, it's actually surprisingly easy to get to the moon if you have the right set of equipment, or the right Ooh. What is this? That is the wrong way. I need to go that way. Can I focus? Yeah, I can focus on the moon now. Something I have discovered, and by I have discovered, I mean I watched a YouTube video, is that you can focus on a body, celestial body, and adjust it like so, and you can see exactly where the periapse is going to end up. Ah, jeez. Moonbox. Let's turn those off. Moonbox. I need to get it to 96 to 89. Yay! And this is something else that I found out. If you want to unfocus, focus back on your spaceship, hit backspace, and it'll go back. Okay. I will start burning at... oh dear. Okay, never mind. I'll start start burning at 20 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. And then I will end up using up most of this second rocket here, second stage, and then it'll be up to this upper stage to actually... I'll start burning a deer. I'll live stream. That would actually be terrible. I will not burn a deer. I will also not involve the brigadier. Yeah, squirrels are okay, yeah, whatever. I had a French teacher in high school who hated squirrels. Absolutely hated them. So he would probably be okay with me burning a squirrel. I'm sure PETA would love to know about me burning a squirrel or burning a deer. So I'm definitely not gonna do that. Anyway, different subject. I'm getting really close to getting to the moon. This is really funny. Sometimes the orbital projector, as I have come to call it just now, sometimes it goes a little wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, and it'll show a squiggle instead of an actual path. Obviously, that's not how gravity works. It's just a graphical thing. It's just amusing to me. Sometimes it goes nuts. Like, sometimes it'll be crazy. Hey. I actually will have enough to get this thing into orbit around the moon. Every orbit is has a beauty, and it's just up to us to discover the beauty of that orbit. Even if that orbit happens to belong to an asteroid that's going to plummet into the Earth, it needs to be respected. In fact, if there's any orbit that needs to be respected, it's probably that orbit. Yeah, it's close enough. Okay, next step, making sure that we're on the same plane. Oh wait. That, a little bit of that. There we go. 0, 0. Use RCS for this. I said I'll use RCS for this. Oh, no I'm not. It's gonna take forever if I use RCS. Badoop. Okay. 0.1, that's decent enough. Now comes the task of aligning the apoapsis and periapsis. So 95, 90 by 83. So I'm just gonna pump up the jam over here so that it's 96. $99, that's not what I want. 99 is not what I want. I want 90, nah, 97, close enough. Yeah, if there was an asteroid headed toward the Earth, they would have to send Bruce Willis to make sure it got blowed up. There's NASA is working on a Mission, the asteroid redirect mission. It's not, there's no, like, asteroid that they've identified that's gonna run into the Earth. It's a mission to capture an asteroid and bring it to orbit around the moon. I am out of electric charge. That's not gonna work. And then ultimately send astronauts to that asteroid that they put in orbit around the moon to study the asteroid. It'll be quite an undertaking, to say the least. Oh, poopy butt. I ran out of fuel. I mean, I did not run out of fuel. I ran out of electric charge. And the sun is in the exact wrong place. So my only hope is to orbit around a little. There we go. This is why you need to add batteries. They are super crazy important. And it's the one thing I always forget is batteries. Oh, great. No, point it at the sun. Point it at the sun. There we go. Periapsis, apoapsis. Let's go to the apoapsis. Okay. $24 kilometers, what? That ain't good. Oh, okay. That would be why. Target position. Oh, what? Fine then. Okay. Speaking of Oblivion, believe it or not, I had somebody ask me if I was going to... When I first started Relics of Hyrule, somebody asked me if I would make Relics of Hyrule for Oblivion. Oh, come on. This is a very frustrating rendezvous that I'm trying to do here, because this stupid little target just isn't... Oh, there we go. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I will be making it... Actually, no, I'm going to make a version of Relics of Hyrule for... not Arena, but the proto version, the beta that was on MS-DOS. So, yeah, that's my next project. That's a joke. No way. Yeah, exactly. The TES Arena. I'm not going to do one from Arena, but I'm going to do one for the glimmer in the eye of the person who decided, yeah, let's go ahead with Arena. Sorry to disappoint you, but, you know, my artistic vision is just too strong. And the integrity of the project. Also, yeah, I'll be deleting Relics of Hyrule from the Nexus. I've been working on it for 3 years, but enough is enough, and I'm gonna get rid of it. No, no, absolutely not. I'm not. I'm not taking it down. What is... Friggin' frig stick. Stupid electric charge. Yeah, Dwarf Fortress, yeah. Oh, there's an eclipse. Great. Thanks, Obama. Also, I'm pointed the wrong way. Wow. This is what you get when you don't add batteries. Have to wait another eternity for the sun to be in the right place. Oh, does not look good for Homestar Runner. Okay, this is possibly the worst thing that could... Well, not the worst thing that can happen. I have somehow put this thing into an orbit that is so perfect that the sun will never see this side. It is possible to reach the sun. You need a massive rocket, or yeah, a gravity assist. I wonder if this thing will ever look at the sun again. Yeah. Huh. Okay, for the sake of just, you know, my own sanity, I'm gonna have to cheat and give myself some electric charge so that I can aim this thing toward the sun. And so it can generate its own power. There we go. Now I'll actually be able to do a burn and get this thing. I didn't want to launch the rocket again, and bore you all with the same thing that you just saw, with slightly different commentary. And I'm going to be careful this time. And turn off RC SAS, and then as I warp around the moon it should be fine. There we go. On the bright side, doing all those orbits trying to get it to or point toward the sun, that actually helped me get it into a position that made it easier to dock with a little easier to dock with the space station. Are you actually serious? Okay, no, absolutely not. No, I am giving myself a little charge so that I can fire this dang thing. I am not... Oh, jeez. Okay. What is going on with this ridiculous... I had it perfect. It was perfect. And then, oh man, this is just a saga now. This orbital computer is lying to me. It was gonna it told me that the moon box 1 would be right here, and I would also be right here. It is not. It is way over there. You lied to me! Okay, let's see. Okay, now it's telling me it's over there. I want to rendezvous with this space station, for the love of crap. Sweet merciful Bippy. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, that is what I want out of life. And I swear to Reggie, you'd better not be lying to me, you stupid targeting computer. Ugh, okay. Yeah, I can see the chat. So I have read every single one of your comments, talking about, blowing up asteroids, and, fungi in the forest. And I can also see my own stream, so I know what I've done that hopefully you can see. This is what's really happening. Not the silly targeting computer's idea of what's happening. Boop. Okay. 4,000 meters, that's fine. As long as it's somewhere. Oh wow, 3,000. That does not seem... What? How is this 0.8 meters? I mean 0.8 kilometers. And where the heck is the space station? It's over there. Oh, wow. What is wrong with this targeting computer? Okay, okay. It's telling me about... For some reason, the targeting computer is telling me about the next maneuver, or the next encounter. And then when I do that encounter that it's telling me about, it tells me about the one I just did, or the next one. So what it just showed was the encounter that's happening right now. And I ran out of targeting. This would be exactly the same if I had a battery. And I'm not like giving myself infinite electric charge, I'm just charging myself up. Okay, we're gonna cross right there, and that is when I'm going to aim toward retrograde. And line up these orbits a little more. This isn't the ideal way to rendezvous with a spaceship, but it's what's working. Okay. Boom, okay. This thing's gonna get really low. It's going to... It's not gonna kiss the moon, but it's going to wave at it longingly. Why is the periapsis going up? I don't know. And then the next encounter that we'll have is 600. Yeah, I don't want to cheat too much. I was technically cheating when I gave myself electric charge, but I still want it to be relatively legit. I don't want to rely too much on magic. Yeah, there's a hand crank or something. There's a backup generator that kicks in. There's a hamster. There's a hamster in this spaceship that runs when the power goes out. Where'd it go? Alright, time to transition to this stage. Boop. Oh, thank Christmas. Okay. Where is the moon box? It's right there. Turn on RCS. We have a full tank of gas, more or less. So we'll be able to dock with this thing and give it 800 units of fuel. Gotta open this thing. Open shield. cool. My expletives are creative. Thank Christmas. I swear to Reggie. Things like that. Sometimes I'll say futter whackin'. Moon box. We're on our way to the moon box. I don't want to run into it. Actually, I want to get here as fast as possible because I do not want to go into the shadow of the moon. Hey, Moonbox. How's it hanging? Okay. Now I need to find a docking port. There's one right there, which would be a good one. This one will be a little challenging because I will need to be sure not to run into the solar panels. Because that would fall into the category of not good. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, jeez. Scared me. Okay. No, 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 no. Slow down. Scoot back up. Hold the phone. Hold the door. Oh, what just happened? I hit M instead of N. I am losing it. Come on, come on. Go down, you stupid... What are you doing? Boom! That is the wrong button, but it's good enough. Boom! Okay. Finally. Christmas. Okay. These guys have been waiting for so long. They've been going through so much. I'm gonna bring some of them home. I think Jedski, he deserves to go home. Whoops. Okay, Jedski. I can bring three of them home. So let's get... Who are the ones with the least experience? Kelmond should probably go home. So I'm gonna go Kelmond. You can go home. Oh, this one's full already. Who's in here? Jenger and Elgin. Eldon. Let's get Wilzel. And then let's transfer... Where's Jedski? Oh, he's up here. Jedski, you go home. So that will be Kelmund. Who's going home? I forget already. Eldon, Jedski, and Jenger Kerman are going home. Kelmund, Wilzel, and Hadtree are staying in the space station with the hamster that's in this module. Also, this module has RCS fuel that I can transfer. Can't really... Yeah, let's do that. Yes, Gary, yeah. So that one's full. This one is not full. That one shouldn't be full. I was gonna say, yeah, these have to be holograms. So clearly, the Kerbals that are in this command pod are escaping, and they've closed the blast doors. Oh, can't do that. Alright. Let's view from inside the capsule. There's a nice view. I think this is the central seat. And now we're going home. We'll have to go this way first. Oh, it would help if I turned on the engine. Away we go! Goodbye, Moonstar 1. Good luck with the hamster. Oh, wait. Boop. Oh wait, no, I should be warping to the What just happened? Targeting computer got messed up. Okay, thank God. I was worried that they ran into the moon. Okay, actually no, that's good for me. Not running into the moon, but that accidental capture. I'm pretty sure they did not say anything about Hitler. It's randomized. It's actual transmissions from NASA that's been rearranged so it sounds like nonsense. Alright. These guys are going home. Oh, that's the moon. We're going to Kerbin. There's another instance of if Kirby in Super Smash Bros. 4, if Kirby swallows Pikachu, it sounds like he's saying something really nasty when he fires Pikachu's Thunder Shock. Hey, there's Minmus. Right there. Right at the end of my pointer. off RCS, SAS. We don't have RCS right now. Decouple this because it's excess weight. Oh no, don't overheat, don't overheat. I am not going to stream Sonic Dreams collections. Alright. Yeah. This guy needs to go. Ah! Oh no! What's happening? Oh, poopy butt. Well, there's the heat shield. Yeah, we just lost all three of those guys. And I don't have a quick save that I can go back to. I will say, watching this disembodied heat shield is strangely interesting. I don't even know. I think I know what happened. Obviously the command module blew up. It wasn't the thing that it was, for some reason, the engine part. The part with the engine, hence the name engine part. I think maybe it flew up a little too fast and ran into the... But it didn't blow up the heat shield, it blew up the capsule itself. It must have been going fast enough that it caused an issue. And it was like, it was just the capsule, because when I was cycling through, the parachutes were still there. Everything around the capsule was fine. Yeah, I'll, it's hard to remember the quick save. Because you're worried about getting everything lined up the right way. And really, I should have decoupled everything before re-entry. But that's the danger of a space program. And they were coming straight back from the moon, which means there was a lot of heat. On the bright side, it's a nice sunset. Yeah, Minmus was watching this whole time. There's Minmus. There's Minmus, right there. Alright, well... Let's see, this is the... Ah, the command pod exploded because of overheating. So here's what happened. Everything was overheating when I decoupled stage 4. Yeah, so there was sort of a chain of reaction. The decoupler was overheated. I separated stage 4. The capsule was turned the wrong way, so it got overheated and exploded. Poor Jedski, he yeah, if I reverted to launch, that would be going all the way back and restarting pretty much the last 40 minutes. I don't really want to do that. I want to... I would rather just let them lie and have a memorial for them. And, you know, follow it realistically, because that's what I usually do. Yeah, just live with it. I'm not gonna... I don't like stretching the boundaries. I usually play pretty straightforward and be like, yep, that Kerbal died. So we lost... Keldon, Jedski, and Jenger, and then Rogan, Rost, and Rays. They actually... Rays, Rost, and Rogan, they were orbiting Jewel. They are actually missing in action. Eldon, Jedski, and Jenger obviously killed. These guys went missing. Something went wrong with their spaceship, and I don't know where they are. So... there are still more people up, Kerbals up in that space station. I think... let's see where we are. What I could do. There's a few things that I could do. Let's look at this space station. There's some people on this space station. When Kerbal Space Program is loading, I think that's when the stream stops. Yeah, so it was just loading this space station and it cut out. Stream? Come on, stream. Wait for it to catch up. Okay. Yeah, when Kerbal Space Program... Alright, these guys... oh, there's 4. I can bring these guys home with this. They've been in space for a really long time. No crew on part. Okay. So let's bring home Jebediah, everyone's favorite Kerbal. Let's bring home the original 4, or 3, original 3. Oh, wait. Does it have RCS? It has RCS. It has parachutes. Okay, let's give this one a shot. This is the near Kerbal. No, I don't want... It's not what I want out of life. I don't want to dock with you. It's been nice knowing you, but I'm not going to dock with you. Can I... Oh, that's not good. Oh, it doesn't have any fuel. Alright, it's RCS all the way. They should have enough RCS to deorbit. Oh, geez, I was not paying attention. I almost ran into the space station. Yeah, because of the orbital velocity that we would have gained from Kerbin, we wouldn't drift into the sun. If you were aimed the right way, you might end up there very, very slowly, but there are a bunch of other planets in the way. Okay, I'm running out of RCS fuel. It's not going to get down quite far enough. But what I can do, and turn it around. Jeb, get out and push. And you'll notice this number up here, periapsis height, it is actually working. I'm actually not using infinite RCS. Oh yeah, actually yeah, no, false alarm. I'm using the infinite EVA propellant. I'm not using any cheat or anything. I can pop out Kerbal, I can cycle the Kerbals, and they have infinite EVA propellant if they go back into the capsule. Not really infinite, but they'll restore their EVA propellant. And it's totally legit. This is a totally legit... It's horribly inefficient, but it does work. So, with one tank, I got it down from 99 to 95. So that's about 5,000 meters. So... grab. No, grab it. Grab. Board. No, grab. Jeb. Jebediah. Jebediah Kerman. I'm going to accelerate time, do the this 4 times so that it's not quite as dull. Oh wait. And also have to make sure that he's actually at the apoapsis for maximum efficiency. Okay, if I want the atmosphere to start taking over, I have to get it down to 60,000, which means every trip is 5,000. That's about 6 trips. Oh, come on. I overshot it. There we go. That looks a little better. Slightly better. Well, we can see it. I figure 2 more trips after Bill's trip here, that will get us into the atmosphere, under 70,000 meters, and then the atmosphere will start to take over, which will be helpful, very helpful. So I'm going to bring him in. My computer also my computer isn't that great, so I have a few mods that lower the quality, performance for Skyrim, which you may notice in some parts of Relics of Hyrule the series. Speaking of Relics of Hyrule the series, thank you for liking the new thumbnails. I had to verify my account in order to do live streaming, and it said, "Oh, you can do custom thumbnails now." I'm like, "All right, I will." Okay, I think I need to wait for it to go back to the apoapsis. There's a thunderstorm going on outside my house right now. Yeah, the streams will get automatically archived after streaming. Sometimes it takes a while. There was a testing stream that was processing for like a day, and it only saved 9 minutes of it, so the whole archive might not get saved, but it might get saved in bits and pieces, I don't know. Which is probably another reason why I should not be using YouTube to do these streams, but... Oh wait, no, Jeb is the pilot. He shouldn't be out here. He should be inside, keeping this thing from flying away. Jeb, what are you doing, Jeb? Jeb, this isn't, Jeb, what are you, oh, there's no electric charge. Oh, hamster wheel.